This story started with me, a weekend van lifer, finding connection. That's me, the shy one behind the cameras. But after 2 days at this van gathering, I found much more. So here are some of those stories.
We realised that there was a massive community of nomads throughout the world that wanted to connect, and we decided to use our social media to help facilitate those moments. So we would drop a pin on a spot anywhere in Australia, and you'd have 20 people rock up the first time, and then 30, then 50, and now we've been running them throughout Australia and North America for the last 4 years, and these events create safe, inclusive spaces for people to feel valued and unique, and that's why it's special. That's why people keep coming back, and that's why it keeps growing. It's because of the incredibly enriching humans that turn up, unique and wonderful. Yeah, success isn't gauged with numbers. It's just engaged with happiness and people being heard, feeling like they can be heard. That's success to me. That's what I find successful in my own life, is having people that can really listen and hear me, and I can hear them. Well, the van life community is very diverse. There's a lot of, in Australia, there's a lot of white vans and a lot of white people, a lot of privileged people. I'm privileged. There's a lot of people of colour. There's a lot of demographics in van life itself, and we really want people to feel welcome and safe here to be themselves. This gathering, we've got people from Spain, Argentina, Czech Republic, France, Thungari Nation. People kind of want to redefine the wheel of what it means to live in society for them. I mean, I know that's what I'm constantly doing, just trying to be happy within myself of how to coexist in a society that can really shut you out. And people are craving connection, so we're going to keep craving together and coming to these places to do it. My name's Jared. I'm here to be with my people.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Rebecca.
And this is Morrison, our van, yeah. Morrison the van.
This is Harold, my 2011 Toyota Hiace.
My name's Andy. We're on a first name basis. 3 years.
My name's Chrissy, and I've been living in a van or in my truck for 3.5 years now.
Hey, I'm Joseph, and my friends call me Peppa or Peps. I'm doing the van life only 3 weeks.
My name is Marie, and I've lived in my van for 3 years.
My name is Matt, and I'm doing van life since 2 years.
My name's Kath, and I've been doing van life as in living on a van on the road for about 2 weeks.
I'm Anna, and I've had my van for about 2 years now.
So I'm Noel, and this is Cherry. We haven't really been doing it that long. We've had this van for 18 months.
I'm Kayla, and I've had my van only about 3 or 4 months.
Name's Phil Johnson. I've been out on the road now for nearly 2 years.
Levi. And I'm Aaron. And we've been living in this van for almost 8 years now.
Yeah.
I'm Nicole Matheson. Very tempted to up-level to a van now.
My name is Steph.
I'm Jasmine.
And this time we have traveled with the van like for 10 months.
My name's Alana, and van life, yeah, so my original van life experience was in 2015.
I'm Natasha, and this is Athena, and we've been doing this since May, actually this year, so not that long.
Hi, I'm Claire. And this is the mouse house. The mouse house, yes.
My name is Xavier. I'm originally from Barcelona, and I've been living in my van for around 2.5, 3 years.
Okay, so my name's Debbie, and I've only been doing van lifing for probably about 4 months now.
But I had a really old Nissan van, which was called Walter. And I'd been working in the corporate world for 10 years and knew it wasn't for me anymore, and I needed like a change. But I didn't know what that was, and one day I just woke up and was like, I'm gonna buy a camper van. So my dad is this amazing guy that can pretty much do anything. So he helped me set up my van. And yeah, in 2015 I set off on my own and travelled 20,000 kilometres all the way around Australia by myself. I think that it's kind of romanticised a bit on Instagram now. So I think that you need to be aware of the realities of it. So it's dirty. You often don't shower. Everything takes twice as long just to make a cup of tea or anything. But for me, I think that's the beauty of it, because it does force you to slow down and to think, I guess. And then also just being in natural places all the time, it has you sort of connect back to yourself and reassess what you want from life. And I also think for me, living in the van, it taught me that I don't need very much. And so because of that, I was able to start my own business and live on a very minimal income while I created a life that I really want, which is what I have now. My business now, I'm a web designer and I create online homes for women. I say women who want to make the world a better place. So coaches and healers and people that are doing alternative kinds of things in the world. And I just create beautiful online homes for them so that they can share their gifts and their services and what they love to do with the world. So it's alanajadestudio.com.
Yeah, this is an Iveco Daily, 2011 model, and we bought it brand new, and it came pretty much empty in the back, and then we decked it all out ourselves with our dad.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, a part of our journey, we'll rent out like a shed space, like industrial, so we can set up all our music gear and jam, write, record.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been full time in this.
We've just done 11 months around Australia, so it was, for the last 11 months we've been full time. Yeah. Plenty of ups and downs.
It's like, there's definitely been a lot of hardships along the way, but I kind of feel like they test you, and if you can push through it and gain and learn whatever it is that has come up, there's magic on the other side.
There's huge rewards.
Bought ourselves like a $50 pack of tools, like jacked it up, put the axle on a stone, replaced the calipers and put it all in, and we kept going. It was just one of those like freak. It was a freak situation.
We were like stuck there. We were planning to like get all our gear back over, get another van to come get us, but we managed to find these brakes and we're off and going again.
Yeah, which is it's always a worry too, because like being traveling musicians, you've got a show to get to. You've got the next place to get to. It's not like we can just go break down and we can sit here for a month or something like that until the van gets fixed. Like, this has been planned for like 6 months in advance. We've got to get to these places, so there's that pressure involved.
But having a limited space, that restriction, for some reason, evokes a sense of freedom, creativity, and a lightness that you can just adventure around. You've got everything that you need with you. You don't need much to live. Your clothes, your food, your water, and then off you go. So it's a very freeing lifestyle for the mind, because you don't have many things to deal with.
If you can let go and release and kind of teaches you that. Some people can't. I feel like the people that like try to hold on and make things right and perfect, and it's got to be this way, and we've got to get here at this time. They're the ones that will just crumble and like it will fall apart.
Yeah.
But if you can just embrace the journey, embrace whatever happens, the ups and the downs, and you're prepared to just let it all be, you're gonna have the most amazing trip of your life.
Yeah.
Whether you're smiling or whether it's raining, it kind of works out. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Claire, and this is the mouse house. The mouse house, yes.
Why is it called?
So I had 3 little mice, so I decided to call it the mouse house and put a couple more in there. Nearly a year and a half, I think, I've lived in this van. So that's my full-time house. I don't live anywhere else. This is a 2016 Fiat Ducato Maxi. So it was a courier van, just an empty tin box basically. And I designed and had this built for me. So I sold my house, I paid off the mortgage and got myself a van, and it's a much freer life. You don't have to worry about electricity bills coming in and whatever other utilities you've got, you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I would, especially when there's gatherings like this.
Absolutely loving the life. I'm from Western Australia originally, so I've come over this side of the country and just loving this side of the country. Things are closer together, great country, scenery varies, but the biggest thing I've met so many amazing people on the road. That's the big one. So many amazing people from all different walks of life that I've met during the travels. Yeah. The bus is a 1985 Mitsubishi Fuso. So it's a second-hand import from Japan. It was never sold in Australia, but she's a little short bus. She's only 7 metres long. It's actually a perfect size for what I'm doing. And then I've got the trailer behind, and obviously out of view is the little Citroen I pull. So the bus was set up to pull the Citroen around. I decided to bring it with me. Didn't want to leave her at home, and so I set the rig up to pull the little Citroen. And she's the runaround while when I'm stood for longer periods. So yeah. It's varied, it's different, and there's always new experiences, there's always something. You're never ever bored. I'm absolutely loving it. I set off for 12 months, and I said I will do it for 12 months, and I'm into the second year now, and there's no way I'm wanting to settle down at the moment, so absolutely loving it, so yeah. I tend to keep my costs low, so I brew my own beer on the road, do a bit of recycling like that, so I recycle beer bottles. But yeah, I just live a very simple life and keep the costs down when I can.
Yeah, that's a Nissan Irvine, also with 4-wheel drive, and he's from 1991, and his name is Bobby. Yeah.
And he's a good boy, and we even took him to Fraser Island.
Yeah.
He was the star.
Yeah, he was a champ.
He was a champ, he got such a lot of thumbs up.
Yeah. Actually the plan to buy a van back home and to fit it like we want to, and then there are heaps of opportunities to go around Europe on the road. So maybe we can do it soon when we're back.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, van life is totally great when you are organized, when you know what you have to do. You need to fill up your water, you need to be sure you have like the gas and the power and everything. So that's a bit of a different organization for yourself comparing to live in a flat or in a house or wherever. Yeah.
To live the minimalism lifestyle.
Yeah.
And to see what you actually need for life.
Yes.
Because it's actually not a lot.
No, not that much.
You don't need a lot of things to be happy, and like having just a car as your home, I think it's just perfect to find out what you really need. You just learn a lot about yourself as well.
And the good thing is about van life that you can take your home like anywhere with you all the time, so that's a great thing. Yeah.
I have it's an imported van, it's a Japanese one. It's a Nissan Elgrand 2006 model, 3.5 litre highway star. Yes, Athena loves travelling. She just sleeps in the van while we're travelling. I've actually been wanting to live and travel in a van since I was 10 years old. My uncle actually always lived and travelled in a van since before I was born. He was just the hippie of the family who nobody knew where was most of the time, and he still does. A lot of his kids do. At the moment he's got like a base house down near Nimbin, as you would, and and he still travels around, and I just loved that freedom. If it was something that you wanted to try or that you were interested in, or if you were somebody who really likes to travel, this is a great way of doing it. I probably would suggest getting something you could stand in. Purely just because it does get a little bit annoying not being able to stand in it, or at least, I mean, I have seen some people have like a little tent off the side or something. That's a pretty good idea. But yeah, absolutely, you get to see different places. You've always got your house with you and your stuff. I think it's a brilliant way to live.
It's a 2003 Mitsubishi Delica. It's a four-wheel drive van. We went the four-wheel drive option because it means that we can go everywhere. So we've done quite a bit of beach stuff, and the next big trip will be a lap of Australia, which will be doing a lot of the desert tracks and getting us off the bitumen into some of the more remote places, which is what I really like about this van. But yeah, it's kitted up, so internal house battery, the bed, fridge, and then just normal, like lots of storage and all that sort of thing. Yeah. Not having a toilet in the van is really arduous, especially depending on where you are. But what's really great is you can go anywhere and you've always got your home, and so wake up with a different backyard every day when you're travelling in it, which is really good. Just get into it. Like, don't need a $130,000 amazing Gucci pre-done van. You can buy something empty and start with a swag on the floor in the back, and then gradually build up. Talk to other people, look at what they've got, blatantly and flagrantly steal ideas, and yeah, just keep putting them in and keep constantly improving it. Yeah.
This one is tiny. I would like to get a bigger one, but next step in Europe. Actually, it's just an house, have a kitchen and a bed, and everything is outside of the van. So I have an house with this one for the moment. Yeah. I met Jonny, Jared, and Vanderaa in Vanlife, and also where is my office now in USA. And they really give me the desire to live this life and be free everywhere. Feel what you like, and live outside, and you can go where you want, and you are really free when you are in van life, and that's the most important.
It is a Ford Econovan 1998, a good old machine, a bit rusty. It was a tradies van when I got it, and now, well, I've done all the setup inside. I work during the weekends in Noosa, and during the week I am in Coolangatta and I get to surf. I only have a 2-day week of work. I've only had positives. I mean, there are some things that are annoying, like for example when it rains very strongly and that it's very loud in the van, but you get used to these things. Or going to the bathroom in the middle of the night is very annoying as well, and you need to be sure of where you park your van. But other than that, when you get these things sorted, then for me it has never been an issue. I got caught as well 3 times by rangers. I managed to escape the fine the 3 times, but I know that was all 3 times in Noosa, by the way, so I know the places to stay and not to stay. Well, I would say wiki camps is good because you can find a free parking. Otherwise, I would say it's important to stay in residential streets, especially as a girl, I would say, because or close to the bathroom. So residential streets would be safer if something happens. I also like to be able to jump quickly from the back to the front of my van in case something happens, but I never had anything scary happen. I would definitely recommend trying it if your heart tells you to try it. I think that some people, that would be their worst nightmare, it's just that it wouldn't suit their life, but to each their own.
And I thought I'd just feel like hitting the road, and I had some money saved, so I thought I'm going to spend my savings on travel, and that's what I'm doing. I'm traveling until the money runs out, and then I'm heading back to work. She's a 1986 Toyota Hi-Ace, and she had a new engine put in just before I got her. She belonged to a dear little old lady who lived in it for a year, so it's got all the little things it needs. And yeah, she does very, very well. I'm actually very happy with her. She goes very well as well for a little 1986 Toyota. It's because now that I've started it, I don't think I ever want to go back to work again. So I got to make a plan on how to make some money while I'm on the road. But it's in the beginning, it's very daunting, and you're kind of like a bit nervous about doing it. And I think I've spoken to a lot of vanners who feel the same way. They're very nervous when they start off because it's kind of, where am I going, and what am I going to do, and is it going to be lonely, and are we going to be safe? But I think the longer you do it, it just becomes just so natural. And there's so many women out there traveling on their own that you're always meeting and bumping into people. There's a lot of there's a lot of Facebook pages as well that you can go onto and join up with people. I met Cami, she was on a Facebook page of women traveling solo, and we met up just traveling, and we've been tagging along for a while. Yeah, so it's a great community, and you meet so many interesting people. That's the best. Yeah.
I really like this lifestyle. It's so good, man, so good. Yeah, especially get out from town, explore the areas, meet new people, inspiring people. So nice, yeah. I'm working as a software engineer on the Gold Coast since the last 2.5 years. So I usually work Monday to Friday, which means that I'm off on the weekends. And yeah, when I don't have any commitments, any activities, any plans, I just go out and explore the surroundings, which is great, man, yeah. I did some sort of travel around 2 years ago in Southern Australia, as well as ACT, in Canberra, Adelaide and the outskirts. And I also did some sort of traveling in South, near Sydney and Jervis Bay, which was great. And also we did the Melbourne, the Great Ocean Road, because we really like surfing. And it's so good, man. Lifestyle in Australia, it's so good. And it's so easy to live in the camper van while you are traveling. You know, plenty of public facilities, shower, toilets, everything, so nothing to care about. Yeah. Yeah, this one is a Mazda E2000 from 2004. I bought it around 3 years ago, 2.5, and it was completely empty. It was a tradie van. And what I did, I just did stuff by myself. I create all of the setup by myself. So at the beginning, I didn't know about how to do that, but I was checking out some, you know, images on the internet and the websites. And then I ended up creating this kind of cool camper van. So yeah, great. Mm-hmm. It took me around 3 months, 3.5 months to complete the setup. But as you can imagine, there is always room for improvement. So it's kind of the never-ending project, because there is always things that you want to improve, lighting, solar panel, awning, everything. So yeah, the main point is to buy the proper van and check it properly in the mechanic in the workshop, because otherwise you will end up spending heaps of money fixing stuff that don't work. So yeah, 100% recommended, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mine's just a little Suzuki APV van, a 2014 I think. Yeah, so I wanted something that was an everyday car to get me to work and stuff around the city, and then to be able to just go away for holidays, because I'm a teacher, so just for school holidays for like a month or two. And so this one's been perfect.
Yeah, so mine's a 2013 VW Transporter, and I just got the short wheelbase because it's my everyday car as well. So it's just really, yeah, I find it easy enough to manoeuvre in and out of car parks, going to work and things like that. So yeah, it's been really good so far. So yeah, I've only done a few little like weekend trips. I've not done any crazy long road trips yet. So far, so good, touch wood.
Mine was just the shell sort of. So where I used to live, my old neighbour was a retired bus builder. So he wanted a little bit of a project, so he offered to do it for me for free, which is pretty cool. Yes, it's the best thing I've ever purchased. And especially being here somewhere like this, like I'm seeing everybody else's like fully professional setups, and it's making me really want to upgrade.
Yeah.
Even though I love her, but yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's so easy to just throw, you know, a bag of clothes in and just head off for a weekend away. And I think it makes you just be so much more adventurous, and you want to just explore.
I think just to be prepared. I'm a super unorganised person, and I've had to really learn that there's a spot for everything in your van, and to
Yeah, I think, I'm the same, and I'm just very like messy. Like I just leave stuff lying around, and I think when you're in such a confined space, you just have to be so organised, and everything has a home. And
and there's some different apps you can get now where it tells you where the free camping areas are, and also like people write on there, it's fine to park your van for free in this town, you can put it here at this headland or wherever.
When you're travelling, like just as a girl, obviously safety is like a big thing, so you want to go somewhere you know that you're going to feel safe. And I've been lucky. I've never been in a position I didn't feel safe before, but I also try and plan ahead so I'm not just stuck at night time, not knowing where I am, where I'm going, anything like that.
I've got a Renault Traffic, so the van's name is Rene the Renault. And yeah, that's the make and model, 2010 I think. It's got as good a fuel economy as my old Corolla, so that's good, but if I get another one, I'm going to get one that I can stand up in. Yeah. This is Teddy. He does. He's my co-pilot when we're driving, and I stuffed up my bed design somewhat, but yes, he's usually sleeping next to me, but he has to sleep in his bed for a little while until we fix the mattress issue that we're having. I'm very new to it, but honestly, I found it while I was convalescing after breaking my arm and planning on a long bike trip. That's why I have the bikes there. And yeah, I think, I mean, when you're spending 20 grand a year to rent a flat in Sydney that's tiny and not much fun, why not? If you've got the remote work, then yeah, do it. Why not?
My model is a Toyota Hiace, and I bought it. There was already some bed and some shelf, but it was almost all, and I have my plans how to finish it. So I practically I redo it all, and after 2 months of work, I move in, and yeah, I'm experiencing really nice times right now. I'm doing the van life only 3 weeks, and this is my first gathering, and I really love it because I met here already a lot of nice people, and the atmosphere is really, really nice, and that's what I was looking forward to, and yeah, there it is. If the people love adventures and they are not afraid to step out of their comfort zone, for sure, because it's almost like life-changing a little bit, because then you will realize about your values, what is important in your life, and when you are waking up every day in different places, the sunrise is every time really different because you are everywhere, and that's awesome. The freedom is really, really nice. I think the first one, and probably important one, don't be afraid, do it, and the rest you will figure out.
So my truck's a Mazda T4600. There's not a whole lot of them around. It was originally a concrete business truck. So when I bought it, it was just all metal in the back, and I had to cut it all out and build it myself. But the reason I picked it was because it's low profile, so it's good for stealth camping. It doesn't attract any attention. No one knows what's inside. It's amazing, obviously, having my freedom and just waking up wherever I want and having a different view every day. The biggest struggle would probably be, I had an old van before I bought and built my truck, and the old van was very mechanically troublesome, and you know, whenever it's broken down, it's at the mechanics and all of my things are in there, and it's my home as well, so I have to find somewhere else to stay and not have a car and not be able to drive while it's sort of getting fixed. That's tough. I think you have to do your research, and where you are, you have to find out where you're allowed to stay, if you're allowed to stay. You have to be able to, I guess, sleep through a lot of things as well. Like a lot of people are light sleepers, or they get quite nervous on their own or outside. It might not be ideal, and you have to be adaptable as well. Like, you know, you finish work or whatever you've done for the day, and you have to figure out where you're going to go and sleep that night. So you have to sort of plan ahead a bit as well. Lock everything up really well. I've got a really loud alarm system on the truck, and you know, I've got all my kitchen knives in here. I've got a blowtorch in here. I've got, you know, things that if people decide they want to start breaking in, I'm going to use them. So I don't feel too unsafe at night.
This is a Toyota Hiace. It's a 2000 model. It's manual, petrol, and I was originally after a diesel, automatic, and a high roof, and a long wheelbase, but I got a short wheelbase, high roof, you know. It's complete opposite, but it works, it's functional. I would say yes. I'd say just start doing it and start small, you know, even just going away for weekend trips. Basically, it's just like camping to me. That's the way I think about it. And everyone loves camping, surely. I mean, and you can have different degrees of that. You can glamp it, make it a bit more kind of tolerable, or you can go real rustic and earthy. Hacks, yeah, life hacks, yeah. I would say, well, you know, the stealth thing is always good. Keep it kind of inconspicuous as you can. And yeah, just sort of get out there and, you know, live more than you ever lived living in a house. Because you don't live in a van, you sleep in it. You might cook in it. But you actually get to live more, yeah.
Vanlifediaries.com or vanlife.com.au. Vanlife Diaries is Instagram and Vanlife Facebook. There's a lot of contact points, but they all come back to myself and Jonny and the rest of the team. So reach out there if you'd like to come along. We'd love to meet you and be enriched by the value of who you are and what you bring.
Dusty roads, oh, they keep bringing me home. These dusty roads, oh, they keep bringing me home. These dusty roads, oh, they keep bringing me home. And I was waiting in the undertow. You said a drip that fell away like balls, unaware where my heart would flow. I was waiting in the undertow, and I was dreaming of a